Hello, I'm going to talk to you today about writing an essay, an opinion essay, as they call them, for the Selectividad exam. One thing that I've noticed from a lot of Selectividad writing that I receive over recent years is you don't write in paragraphs, and that's not to be encouraged. You're only expected to write 130 words, but you should at least divide your work into a couple of paragraphs. I'm going to show you a model text of someone who's trying to answer an opinion essay. Very often you're asked to write an essay. We're going to look at this model of an opinion essay and look at some techniques which you have been studying for years in our school of how to structure an essay, and just reminding you of those structural techniques and asking you to try and introduce these techniques into writing your opinion essays for the Selectividad exam. So the first thing that we're going to look at is the question. This is a question we've had recently. Writing an opinion essay on this subject. Music is the most international language. We may not understand the lyrics of foreign songs, but we all share the same emotions when we hear similar melodies. Write an opinion essay on this. Now, I always do the same thing when I have a question. I highlight and analyze the most important words. Music is the most international language. May not understand lyrics, foreign songs, but share the same emotions when we hear same melodies. Okay, so it's the idea of foreign songs, not understanding the lyrics, but able to enjoy the emotions, to share the emotions, enjoy the experience. And music is an international language. Okay, and I've got to write an opinion essay. And basically the structure that I'm going to suggest that you use is one that you've been taught in first, second, third, fourth of ESO and Bachillerato. And the structure is basically this: start with a general statement, and that's your first paragraph. And then in your main paragraph, have an idea, which you extend. Have another idea, which you extend, and then have a summary. And I suggest that that's written as 3 paragraphs, essentially 1 mini paragraph, a second mini paragraph, and 1 main paragraph. When we're talking about ideas and extensions, we know that this is producing an idea and then extending your idea, and it could be extend your idea with an example of your idea, the reason for your idea, or possibly the result of your idea. But it's this basic concept of 1 idea which you extend. It could be any of these 3 possible extensions, and then a second idea and 1 of these extensions. Okay, let's look at a model of somebody who's tried to answer this question about music being the most international language. And then let's analyze this answer. So, many people believe that music communicates to all of us whether or not we understand the lyrics. On the one hand, it's a universal experience to dance at a wedding freely and happily to music from a foreign country. The emotion in the music is communicated even if the language that is being used in the song is not understood. On the other hand, songs used in TV series and films can also communicate emotion to the listeners. They can do this through the key or the tone of the music, or even the volume. The message does not depend on the lyrics. In conclusion, the message of the music can be expressed in many ways, and the lyrics are one of many ways to do this. Okay, let's have a look at this piece of writing. I guess the first thing that we can see is that there are 3 paragraphs, and as I said, a mini paragraph of introduction, a mini paragraph of conclusion, and the main paragraph with your ideas, your main ideas. Let's analyze it step by step. And the first thing that we have is a general statement for our introduction. And the general statement is introduced with a phrase like, many people believe, a lot of people believe, it is often believed. This is a general statement introducing something which is generally true. A general statement cannot be too specific because it must be generally true. So you can say, many of us have the fortune to go to schools. This is generally true. Not everybody goes to school. There are still countries where schools are not available for some poor families. It must be generally true. This is the nature of a general statement, to introduce the subject that we are talking about. Many people believe that music communicates to all of us, whether we understand the lyrics. This is generally an opinion which lots of people agree with. So it's a good general statement, and it introduces the subject of the essay. Next, we come to the main paragraph, and we have clearly an idea and an extension. On the one hand, it is a universal experience to dance at a wedding freely and happily to music from a foreign country. Okay, it's an experience that lots of us have had. That's our idea. And then the extension. The emotion in the music is communicated, even if the language that is used is not understood. The the lyrics are from a foreign country. So we're extending the first idea. It's just a logical progression that helps your ideas, helps you to communicate more clearly. You have your idea and you explain it. You have your idea and you give more information about it. Idea plus extension. And then we can see, on the other hand, songs used in TV series and films can also communicate emotion to the listeners. And this is our second idea. And we extend it by saying they can do this. They, songs in TV series, can do this through the key of the music, the tone of the music, or even the volume. We've extended our idea, giving an explanation in this case. And then finally, we extend it a little bit further. The message does not depend on the lyrics. So you've had one idea that music in TV series can communicate an emotion, and you've extended it with two extensions. One, explaining how the emotion is communicated through the key or the tone of the music. And the second is to conclude that the lyrics are not that important. So try to introduce this in your writing. Idea and extension. And then a second idea and a second extension. And then finally, we have our conclusion. Conclusion, the message of the music can be expressed in many ways, and the lyrics are one of many ways to do this. So to summarize, we start with a mini paragraph, which is a general statement introducing the topic of the essay. The main paragraph is just two ideas. That's all you need to produce. Two ideas. But you really need to think about it because they have to be good ideas, simple ideas, ideas that you can communicate confidently, knowing that the language is good. You don't want to be making mistakes. And if you're unsure of the dependent preposition of depend, depend on, depend of, depend in, it is depend on. But if you don't know that, then don't use that language. So keep your idea simple. Make sure it's an idea that you can communicate clearly with absolutely no doubt about the accuracy of your language. Communicate your idea and then extend it. Then have a second idea that you know how to express and extend it. And then finally end with a conclusion. There's some nice language that you can use in your introduction. Many people believe that. Many people consider that. Many people think that. Good for a general statement. On the one hand, on the other hand, or firstly, secondly, these are basic B2 first certificate linkers. Use them. And then in conclusion, to introduce the conclusion, two small paragraphs and one main paragraph. This is about 130 words. So writing in paragraphs is possible. Some language, this is what you are going to be writing today. You're going to be writing an opinion essay on this subject. I'll also put a link to this document in Google Classroom. This is the essay title that you are going to be writing about, and I want you to follow this structure. General statement, idea plus extension, second idea plus extension. These are your 3 paragraphs, and then a summary. Remember, your extension can be an example, a reason, or a result. Some language for your general statement. You can use it's widely believed that, it's generally believed that, many people believe that, or you can substitute the word believe with consider. It's widely considered, it's generally considered, many people consider that. Or think, it's widely, careful, this is an irregular verb, it's widely thinked. No, I'm not going to tell you that, you should know it. It's widely that. Okay, I will tell you. It's widely thought that, it's generally thought that, and many people think that. So these are nice ways of introducing your essay title in a general statement, your essay topic, sorry, in a general statement. Remember to use linking words on the one hand, not in the one hand. I cannot believe some people are still making this mistake. On the one hand, on the other hand. Or if you're not so confident, firstly and secondly. Linking words, link your ideas. And then finally, to summarize. In summary, in conclusion, to summarize, to conclude. Okay, write your essay and I will collect them in the next class. I look forward to reading them. Thank you.